Despite not playing better than their opponents Fulham, the standout performance of new signing Joshua Zirkzee earned Manchester United 3 valuable points on their opening day. Under manager Erik ten Hag, the team lined up in their familiar 4-2-3-1 formation, with Onana in goal and a defense consisting of Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, and new signing Mazraoui. The midfield for the hosts included Casemiro, Mainoo, Mount, Bruno Fernandes, and Amad Diallo, while Fulham, led by Marco Silva, also fielded a similar formation, with Leno in goal and a defense made up of Tet, Diop, Bassi, and Robinson. In midfield, they featured Lukic, Pereira, Traore, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, and forward Muniz. Both teams played solidly in the early stages of the match, with most of the attacking play occurring in the midfield area. Manchester United had a few good opportunities in the first half, but their play was occasionally blunt and hesitant, partly due to the lack of a true striker in their lineup. In contrast, Fulham started the game promisingly but gradually lost control as Manchester United began to impose their style of play. The first notable moment came from Manchester United when Casemiro almost scored the opening goal. In a set-piece situation, the Brazilian midfielder rose to head the ball, but his attempt flew over Leno's crossbar. This was one of the most dangerous moments created by the hosts in the first 20 minutes, but it was still not enough to break the deadlock. Fulham did not create many dangerous opportunities in the first half, but they had a few notable moments. Adama Traore, with his pace and dribbling ability, caused problems for Manchester United's defense, but it was not enough to make a difference. Pereira, playing as a defensive midfielder, performed well against the hosts' creative players. One of Manchester United's best chances in the first half came from Bruno Fernandes. Following a successful press, Casemiro received the ball and threaded a pass to the Red Devils captain. However, in a one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper, the Portuguese midfielder was unable to finish successfully as Leno made a save. This was the clearest chance created by the Red Devils, but inaccuracy in finishing, combined with the opposing goalkeeper's excellence, meant that Man United could not break the deadlock. In the 40th minute, a controversial moment occurred when Harry Maguire was brought down in the penalty area while trying to win the ball from Sasa Kalajdzic. However, the referee quickly showed a yellow card to the English centre-back for what he deemed a dive. This situation highlighted Manchester United's struggle to find a goal against a resilient defense. Mason Mount was expected to lead the midfield but also faced significant challenges in the first half, particularly after receiving a yellow card in the 19th minute for a tactical foul on Smith Rowe. This significantly weakened Manchester United's strength in the remaining period. Mount played a crucial role in high pressing, which put pressure on the opponent's defense, but the booking forced him to be more cautious in his pressing efforts. Man United were not without chances, even though they had several, but the lack of a true striker meant they could not capitalize on them. Casemiro was the standout player for the hosts in the first 45 minutes, contributing to both defense and creating several dangerous moments in attack. Despite this, the efforts of the Brazilian midfielder and his teammates were not enough to secure a goal. The first half ended with a scoreless draw, and despite the lack of goals, the match was tense and exciting. Both teams had clear chances, but inaccuracies in finishing and solid defensive performances from both sides meant the first half ended without any goals. Manager Erik ten Hag needed to consider tactical changes if he wanted to win in the second half, particularly by strengthening the attack as Manchester United had yet to break down Fulham's defense. As soon as the second half began, the visitors demonstrated their determination to leave Old Trafford with points through fast-paced attacking play. Their players were unafraid to push forward and exploit gaps in Manchester United's defense. On the other hand, Manchester United did not have the second half they desired, but Erik ten Hag's players showed patience and composure in trying to maintain their game plan. One anticipated moment for the fans was the introduction of new signings Joshua Zirkzee and Alejandro Garnacho from the bench in the 60th minute. They hoped that this attacking change would help Man United perform better in the remaining time. However, the Red Devils still could not fully control the game, as Fulham continued to apply pressure with dangerous counterattacks. The visitors took advantage of the gaps that Man United exposed. As time wore on, Manchester United became increasingly anxious about creating clear goal-scoring opportunities. Their players seemed to lack cohesion in their play, and faced a disciplined and determined defense. The Red Devils' attacks often ended in frustration, causing concern among the fans at Old Trafford. Nevertheless, the persistence of the hosts was eventually rewarded. In the 87th minute, Joshua Zirkzee, the summer signing for Man United, created a moment of brilliance. After a series of passes involving Casemiro, Garnacho, and Zirkzee, the ball was played from the right wing into the penalty area. Zirkzee quickly moved and made a delicate touch to redirect the ball into the far corner of Leno's goal, leaving the German goalkeeper helpless. The score was finally opened for Manchester United. This goal not only relieved pressure on the club, but also brought jubilation to the fans after moments of anxiety when their beloved team had not yet broken the deadlock. The match did not end there. Fulham did not give up and continued to push forward in search of an equalizer. In stoppage time, the visitors created some dangerous situations, forcing Manchester United to defend resolutely. However, they could not do much against the strong defensive performance of the hosts. In fact, Man United almost scored a second goal when Alejandro Garnacho had a chance in front of an open goal. However, the Argentine player missed the opportunity as his shot went wide of the target. This moment reflected the overall inaccuracy of Man United's finishing throughout the match. Nevertheless, the final whistle blew with a 1-0 scoreline in favor of Man United, securing their first victory of the season. The standout performers in this match were certainly the new signings Mazraoui. Although he had only recently joined Old Trafford, he was placed in the starting lineup from the beginning. Throughout his more than 80 minutes on the field, the Moroccan player performed solidly in defense and also provided significant support in attack, contributing greatly to Man United's narrow win. Similarly, Zirkzee, despite not having many touches since coming on, used his sharpness and a bit of luck to become the standout player with the only goal of the match, earning 3 very valuable points for Manchester United. The 23-year-old striker also won the Man of the Match award. Commenting on this honor, Zirkzee said, "I am very happy to receive the Man of the Match award. You know, we faced difficulties in this game, but luckily, we managed to get all 3 points. This is a good start for us to aim for our set goals." As Zirkzee's comments reflect, this was clearly a challenging start but important for Erik ten Hag's team. This victory not only secured 3 points for Manchester United but also bolstered the team's confidence, especially as they faced significant pressure to improve their form and results after a less successful 2023-2024 season. However, looking at this performance, it is clear that Manchester United has much work to do. To achieve higher goals in the new season, they need to regain fluidity in their play, improve finishing, and, importantly, make better use of the chances they create. The match against Fulham, although a win, highlighted the weaknesses that United need to address to compete effectively in the Premier League this season.